The rise of slave trade, a dark chapter in history. In this video, we will explore the origins and consequences of one of the darkest chapters in human history. Let's dive in. 1. Origins of slave trade. The origins of slave trade can be traced back thousands of years. Ancient civilizations, such as the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans, practiced various forms of slavery. However, it was during the Age of Exploration that the transatlantic slave trade gained prominence. 2. The Transatlantic slave trade. The transatlantic slave trade, which took place from the 15th to the 19th centuries, involved the forced transportation of millions of African men, women, and children to the Americas. Europeans saw Africans as a source of cheap labor to support their growing colonies. 3. Economic factors. Economic factors played a significant role in the rise of slave trade. The demand for labor-intensive crops, such as tobacco, sugar, and cotton, in the New World led to an increased need for enslaved workers. Slavery became an integral part of the emerging global economy. 4. Triangular trade. The triangular trade network was established to facilitate the slave trade. European ships sailed to Africa with manufactured goods, which were exchanged for enslaved Africans. The enslaved individuals were then transported across the Atlantic and sold in the Americas. The ships returned to Europe carrying valuable commodities, completing the triangular trade route. 5. Human tragedy. The slave trade was a horrific experience for those who were captured and enslaved. Africans endured brutal conditions during the Middle Passage, the voyage across the Atlantic. Many lost their lives due to disease, starvation, or physical abuse. Those who survived were subjected to a life of exploitation and dehumanization. 6. Abolition movements. Over time, individuals and groups emerged to challenge the institution of slavery. Abolition movements gained momentum in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Activists like William Wilberforce, Harriet Tubman, and Frederick Douglass fought tirelessly to end the slave trade and secure freedom for enslaved people. 7. Legacy and impact. The legacy of the slave trade continues to impact societies today. The forced migration of Africans led to cultural and demographic changes in the Americas. The scars of slavery remain, with systemic racism and social inequalities still present in many parts of the world. Acknowledging and understanding this history is crucial for building a more inclusive future. Conclusion. In this brief overview, we have explored the rise of slave trade, its economic drivers, the human tragedy endured by millions, and the subsequent abolition movements. The slave trade stands as a stark reminder of the depths of human cruelty, but also of the resilience and determination of those who fought for freedom. It is our collective responsibility to learn from history and strive for a more just and equitable world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the rise of slave trade. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Remember, by understanding our past, we can shape a better future.